On the back of that, I'd like to talk about transition. Sometimes young people on the spectrum need a lot of time to sort of ease into school, becoming familiar with the classroom, the routines, becoming familiar with the teacher, and just the different eating times and play times at school. Is it possible to sort of take longer to do that, like that they turn 5? Does it have to happen before they turn 5, or can we do that over several months?
You absolutely can, and there just isn't a one-size-fits-all rule around transitions. I think transitions can be kind of equal parts worrying and exciting, because it's a very significant milestone for the whole family. I think the best transitions start early, a good 6 to 12 months before the child is going to begin school, because what we want is continuity between the early learning setting and the school. So it's great when the school teacher visits the early learning setting to see the little person in action in that early learning setting, and to learn about the things that are working well, the things that the child loves and enjoys doing, so that they can start to build an environment and a plan that's going to be really welcoming and inclusive for that child when they start school. So good collaborative planning where all of the key people are involved is very, very helpful, I think. If the family feels that it would be best for their child's well-being if they had a sort of a graduated transition plan when they start school, so that they don't start full-time straight away, then the legislation allows for that. It allows for a period of 6 months, doesn't have to take 6 months, but a period of time where the child might work towards full-time attendance.
Okay.
Those plans are family-led. It's not up to schools to impose them. It's up to parents to say, we think this would give our child the best start. And I guess it also helps the school to be ready for the child. So we're not about making children school ready. You probably hear that quite often, but we're not about children being ready for school. We're about schools being ready for the children who are coming. So a good collaborative plan like that can really support those positive outcomes.
I know a lot of families struggle with that, and I'm always saying to them, go back to your early intervention teacher. They will organise and help with transition, because it is something that is a big concern. They
absolutely will. Often our RTLB are key people in the development of those graduated transition plans. But the main thing is that those plans have a time frame. There's an end point when we're expecting that child to be fully participating and engaged at school, and that families are part of the ongoing monitoring and review of those plans.
And I'm guessing the same sort of thing is available for children moving from primary to intermediate, or from primary or intermediate to high school as well, because that's the next area that a lot of families, you'd agree with that, I think.
We have transition plans for all those 5 stages.
So absolutely, those plans, we can have a plan. So they stop being called a graduated transition plan and they start being called a transition attendance plan. Sometimes they're called a well-being plan as well, and that's quite nice, because at the heart of that is the well-being of the child. And again, they should be family initiated, not imposed by the school.
Right.
So those transition attendance plans can be for a period of 6 months, and then they can be reviewed, and there can be a further period of 6 months. But knowing that doesn't mean that they should last for that length of time. Really, we all want to work hard to help that child to attend full time, to participate and engage with their peers, all day, every day, if we can possibly achieve that.
Yeah. And I know in the past, for me as a teacher aide, I've written social stories which can be really helpful as well.
Yeah.
Going from year to the next year,
Yeah.
going from school to the next school. So
I think
there's lots of
those
things
are a
available.
great tool
Yeah.
to be used. And so part of that planning, that transition planning, is thinking about what are the tools and strategies and who are the key people that are going to help this plan to be really successful and a positive experience for everybody.